Welcome to Tarot with Talia. This reading is for the sign of Aries, and we're going to be looking into love and relationships for you for the month of January 2026. Please take anything from this reading that resonates and leave the rest behind. If it doesn't apply to you, then it just doesn't. That means something else is in the works for you through the universe. All right, let's get started. So I've already pulled 3 initial cards for you, Aries. And I've also pulled an oracle card from the Romance Angels deck. We'll start with the oracle card first. The card reads, "Let go of control issues. Allow this situation to unfold naturally." So this already lets me know for some of you Aries out there that you could be in between relationships right now. And what that means is you could either be single or you could be dating, but nothing serious. However, you do want something serious. You're just not into rushing into anything. And I can tell that by the 3 cards that we pulled. The first card, the 4 of Wands. The second card, the Ace of Pentacles. And the third card, the Emperor. This shows that you are very much in your element, Aries, especially with this Emperor here. That is an Aries card. You have also been focused more so on your personal life. This could do with your immediate family and friends. You've been focused on career goals, maybe stacking your money, saving, making financial goals and achieving them. You do want someone in your life, but that has not been the main focus. As a matter of fact, Aries, you are likely working on yourself due to the outcome of past relationships where you may have been told by someone that you've dated in your recent past that they may have felt you were a bit controlling, possibly overbearing. And if you haven't heard this, you could be questioning yourself and just trying to reflect on past relationship behaviors, how you may have reacted towards certain things and certain situations that you were in with your partner at that time. But let's pull some clarifiers just to see exactly what the cards have for you for the month of January. Please clarify the 4 of Wands for Aries for the month of January 2026. Clarify the 4 of Wands. And we have the Lover's card. So with the Lover's card, that could actually mean that you are dating at this time and it may be going well for you, but you may not feel that you've actually come to terms with where the relationship or the dating aspect of it is going. You may really be feeling this person. The intimacy and romance part of it is probably really good. But maybe, just maybe, you aren't really feeling whether or not you should move forward yet. It's like you need more answers with this person. You need more time to get to know this person. And part of you may be a little bit worried or even shy of wanting to steer your focus away from other things to this person. And the reason being is because you've been focused on yourself for quite some time, that you know shifting that to someone else is going to take sacrifice. And looking at the 3 initial cards, Aries, you have put so much into growth for yourself. You're probably not sure at this moment if you're actually ready to relinquish a little bit of control in your life and allow someone else to come in. Let's try clarify the Lover's card. Why is the Lover's card here for Aries in the month of January 2026? And the Chariot card popped out. So with the Chariot clarifying the Lover's card, this could definitely mean exactly what I said earlier, where you feel like things are kind of at a standstill. It's not that you don't have suitors. It's not that you don't have people that are interested in you or people that you're interested in, but you are just not certain as to whether or not you should move forward on this with whomever you're seeing at this moment. For anyone single, this just mean that you feel like you're at a bit of a standstill and you haven't met anybody truly worth your time. And as Aries, I'm an Aries myself. I know that once we meet somebody, it doesn't take too long for us to know whether or not we want to invest in this person. But if we're feeling a little stagnant for an Aries, that can be boring and we could be ready to move on to the next best thing. Let's try this Ace of Pentacles. Why is the Ace of Pentacles here for Aries and their love life in January of 2026? And we have the Five of Cups. So there could have been some kind of regret or disappointment surrounding your career. Possibly any venture that you've put some effort towards to try and maybe make additional income. You may have felt like things didn't turn out exactly the way you planned. And I feel like for some of you Aries out there, if this is you and you are kind of regretting some financial moves that you made, you kind of want nothing more than someone to be there with you and hear you out and listen to your feelings. To be honest, like you may feel like you want someone around that can be supportive of you during this time. But one thing I can say is with this Emperor card being the next card, this was, I feel, in the past. You have either already overcome what felt like this obstacle in your career or financial path, or you're about to. And we're going to clarify the Five of Cups just to see for sure where that has ended up. Why is the Five of Cups here for Aries, January 2026? And we have the Hierophant. So yes, the Hierophant can represent a higher level of like a supervisor, a boss. It can even represent creditors, people that collect debts, things of that nature. So you may have felt like due to your finances, you just haven't had the time to really focus on relationships. And that's very understandable because one of the things is if your finances is not in order, oftentimes you can't afford to date. Dating is expensive. You're going out, you may be Ubering or, lifting wherever you're going. That costs money. You get there and then maybe, the date wants to have drinks or you're going to eat dinner. And then maybe if things go even well, you want to hit up another spot. Before you know it, in just a couple of hours, you could be out of $100 or more. And if you feel like you can't afford that, then there's a possibility you yourself have put your dating life on hold at some point in time because you feel like you got bills you need to pay. It's just not in your budget right now. But that doesn't mean that dating is something that you just don't want. You do. You just want to be in the right position before you decide to open yourself up to someone. Why is the Hierophant here? Why is the Hierophant here? And we have the Strength card. Now, I have to point out, you have several major arcana here. I think we've counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So when I see this many major arcana, that means there are some changes happening all up and through your life right now, Aries. And if you are taking the necessary steps for change to better yourself or better your behavior, maybe because you feel like you made some mistakes in the past when it came to love and relationships, I think you're on the right path. Absolutely on the right path. It's very important to work on yourself and make sure that you are ready wholeheartedly to be the person that you want to be in a relationship and give your all into it in hopes that you're receiving the same from that person. Because oftentimes we attract what we are. And if you're not in a good headspace, you don't feel strong enough to be in a relationship that's about give and take, then there's a possibility that things could fall and create an even worse situation. And you don't want to be in that. With this strength card, I truly feel like you are more focused on what's to come and what an outcome can be on what you've already worked on within yourself. This whole reading is all about self-worth and being a better person to you and taking accountability for things. So even though this oracle card is saying let go of control issues, I believe this is something that you feel like you're already aware of and that you're working on it. And kudos to you for that, Aries. Kudos to you for taking that accountability and deciding that I'm going to fix me. I do want love and relationships, but I'm going to be good to myself and try to be a better person to me first. Let's clarify this Emperor card. Another major arcana, the Wheel of Fortune. So as you have done all this work in these first two rows on yourself, you are standing in your full power as this Emperor. The Emperor is over all of the kings and queens. That's a higher level of a suit card. The Wheel of Fortune means that things are turning out in your favor because you took the time to work on yourself. There's no doubt in my mind with this Wheel of Fortune coming out that you will meet someone soon who you feel is suitable enough for you to make those sacrifices and put self aside and draw someone in, allow someone in to get to know you, allow vulnerability to happen and open up to that person. And hopefully that blossoms into something beautiful and maybe turns into love. Let's clarify the Wheel of Fortune. We have the Three of Cups. This is something to celebrate. This is a type of recognition. And even though there's three people here, that can definitely mean that other people are seeing or acknowledging that something is different about Aries. Like or comment if you've had someone compliment you in that way, like, girl, something's different about you, or man, what's up? Like, you seem, like you're a little more positive or upbeat. Like, what's new in your life? It could be anything like that. Or you could just feel like, I'm just doing me. I'm going to be out here and be with my friends and my family and just enjoy life. I'm not worried about a relationship right now because I've been working on myself. And until I feel like I am ready, I am not going to put my life on hold. I'm going to be out here and having a blast and living my best life, is what this Three of Cups is telling me. Let's clarify the Three of Cups. Let's clarify the Three of Cups. Why is Three of Cups clarifying the Wheel of Fortune? And then we have the Five of Swords. So I know that seems like, things have taken a turn. How do you go from the Three of Cups celebrating life to a Five of Swords? I feel like the Five of Swords is more so past tense. These are things that, or struggles that you may have gone through, communication issues you might have gone through in the past with other people in relationships, but you're overcoming it. This could also be a warning to you to just be mindful of how you present yourself in conflict or disagreement with someone else. Because words can hurt, whether we believe it or not. Words can sometimes hurt more than someone actually physically, trying to hurt you, which don't allow anybody to do that either. But what I'm saying is, in relation to letting go of control issues, sometimes our control issues can be with the way we speak to someone. And oftentimes words are so strong, they can speak life into someone and positivity, or they can immediately bring someone down. Let's clarify the Five of Swords. The World card. The World card represents change, new beginnings. And that's why I said with that Five of Swords, don't let that scare you, because that could be very much past tense. These are some of the possible control issues for some of you. This may not be with all of you, but these are possibly some of the control issues that are coming out in this reading to just show you like, hey, these are some of the things that Aries is working on or could be working on to reflect this oracle card of letting go of control issues. The World card can also represent you seeing things in a different perspective, trying things that are new to you, feeling like the world is your oyster and you just want to be out in it and doing all different types of things that is going to make you feel like you're at your best self. Let's clarify the World card. And we have the Seven of Wands. You are blocking out any naysayers. You blocking it. Don't come to me with all of that he said, she said, or you can't do this, or be careful because of this. You don't care. With the World card, you have told yourself, I am not letting anything get in my way of what I want, whether it is love, relationship, travel, anything on your list of goals to accomplish. And anytime you are trying to better yourself, Aries, and this is for any sign, but Aries, understand there are going to be people who are going to try and hold you back because they are going to be fearful of what you're doing because they wouldn't do it. You aren't fearful at all. You're stepping forward and you're taking risk and you're doing things that you know you want to accomplish. But for some people, stepping outside of the box is so scary because they're only used to the four walls that are around them. So when you come out and say, yeah, you know what, just for an example, I'm moving out of the country. This is something I've wanted to do. And they're like, oh, well, you know, that country has XYZ and this is going on over there and be careful and you shouldn't do that. Instead of a simple support phrase like, well, best of luck to you. Go ahead, do what you feel you want to do. I wish you the best. Keep in touch, all those things. A lot of times people are going to have negative things to say to try and reel you back. But you can't let that distract you. You got to keep it moving. Keep working on yourself. Keep improving yourself. Because the more you do that, the more you love yourself. And somebody is just going to see you doing you. And they are going to fall in love with you. What else do we have for Aries? The King of Pentacles keeps wanting to come out. So remember in this middle section where we talked about you were possibly having some issues with finances, you've been working on those things. Well, you're going to come out on top with that with this King of Pentacles. This King of Pentacles is very mindful of his spending. He moves in a way where he thinks logically about things. Oftentimes, Aries, we can be very impulsive with a lot of things, especially spending. That is not the energy of a King of Pentacles. A King of Pentacles plans everything out tactfully, making sure that they know where every penny is going, and they question, is it a need or is it a want? And if it's a want, how bad do I want it? You know, different things like that. But this king has it all together and is very much responsible. So with all of these changes happening here and the growth that you're continuing to do in your life, you are going to be in the energy of a King of Pentacles. You're going to have a mindset of being cautious of your decisions that you make before you do it, and having more control over the things you should be controlling, and be a little bit more open to the things that can free you. Aries, thank you so much for visiting my channel. Like, share, subscribe. Please comment down below. Let me know if this reading resonated with you, and I hope you come back for the next one. Bye.